Oops, and take myself on mute. Hi everyone, sorry about that. I dropped the phone. Excuse the cat. My live streams are operated through a series of mobile devices that are all connected on the same internet, and the controlling device is this one down here in my hand. And I dropped it, which disconnected it from the live stream. So sorry about that. So hopefully you can all hear and see me now. What we are going to do today is a mixture of arms, abs and legs. Now, if you've not joined me before, I am Melanie Riding. I am the owner of Riding to Health Limited, and I am controlling the graphics down here on this device. So I'm not on the phone talking to someone or anything like that. I own a business based in Southland, New Zealand, and I am a REPS registered personal trainer and an amputee. I've been an amputee for 5.5 months, and I put these live classes out weekly on Mondays at around this time. This is 10 a.m. New Zealand time, but do be aware that next week is a public holiday. It is Easter Monday, so I won't be here next week. And the following week, our clocks change by 1 hour. So this time will change by 1 hour depending on what happens to your part of the world. So do check what it says on the Facebook Live so that you know what time it is in your part of the world. Now that after our clocks have changed, they go back by 1 hour. So it'll become 1 hour earlier wherever you are. Okay, so less about that jazz, and let's get started. Now, if you want to contact me at any point, you can do it through these places that I've got scrolling across the bottom there. That is Facebook. I also put this out on YouTube, and today it's going out on YouTube on the Riding to Health Facebook page, YouTube page, as well as the personal page, which is showing up there at the bottom of the screen. And you can contact me on Instagram as well. I don't put them out live on Instagram because the multicasting device that I use for that isn't compatible with Instagram. So there we go. So let us begin. I'm going to put this down here, and we will get started. So, push-ups and a wide plank is what we're going to do to start with. You just need a bit of floor. So I'm just going to move my mat up a bit. So we're going to go push-ups. Your hands need to be under your shoulders, and you're doing that. The further back your knees go, the harder your push-up becomes. So you decide how easy or hard you want this push-up to be. If you're above the knee amputee and don't have a prosthetic, then do this resting on a sofa or something like that. I'm just going to take my glasses off. They're steaming up. Right, so we're going to go for 20 seconds on each one. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Push-ups. Make sure your head stays between your thumbs, between your hands, and down as low as you can. I'm not going to go too mad today because I did a big swim at the weekend. 3, 2, 1, stop. Now, your next one is going to be a wide plank. Now, we're going to do this on your knees. Your arms are going out to the sides like this, as wide as you can get. This works your pecs. So, we're going out wide like that. It's a bit harder if you've got the carpet, a bit of slippity slide. So 3, 2, 1, go. And you're just going to hold it. You should feel it on the fronts of your shoulders and also across your chest. Now, why are we doing arms? Well, if you're an amputee, you'll know that arms become your legs at half the time. So you need to have strong upper body. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Especially if you're using crutches or a wheelchair to get around and lifting yourself up and down off surfaces. I still do that to this day. I can't get up off low surfaces just using my remaining leg. I have a knee replacement in that leg, so it doesn't like lots of squats. So I use my arms a lot. Right, round 2. Are we ready? And push-ups, and go. Remember, just as easy or as hard as you want them to be. My shoulders are pretty stuffed from the weekend. 3, 2, 1, rest. Your last one is going to be the wide plank. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Whoops. And hold it there. We're just going to hold. If you want to make this harder, up onto your feet, both feet. If you want to make this harder on your knees, hands wider, that makes it harder. 3, 2, 1, and rest. It's just easier to kneel like this than on two knees. Balance is a problem when you can't bend your foot back there. So, I'm waiting for a hydraulic ankle. I'm hoping that'll make things slightly easier and also slightly harder all at the same time. Are we ready? Round 3 of that one. 3, 2, 1, go. Keeping your head between your hands. Don't do any of this back here. Don't keep your bum tucked in. 3, 2, 1. Let's go straight into the hold at the end. And we're holding it like that. Fingers pointing out to the sides. Hands as wide as you can manage. And not face plant. We don't want any face planting. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. Now, I did this on purpose so we're not getting up and down off the ground. Because I'm kind like that. So the next set is still on the floor and you're only going to get up once. And that's at the end. So you need to be in a crunch position. Let me turn around. Ooh. When I'm on my knees, my leg comes loose. I'm not sure why that is. Okay. So, your next one, just getting stuff out of the way. Don't stick my foot on my glasses or some crazy thing like that. Right then. So, we're going to go crunches and a tabletop hold. So, my mat probably needs to be a bit further away from the floor, wall. Let's go back a bit. So, crunches. It's easier because of the lack of flexibility in your ankle if you jam your foot up against a surface. So that's why I'm in this position. I put my prosthetic foot up against the door because I can't get my ankle to bend this far, so therefore my foot won't stay on the floor. So we're going in that position there. And with hands behind your head. Hopefully you can still see me. Yep, you can. Hands behind your head, and you're going to just lift your shoulders off the floor like so. The second one, you're going to hold a tabletop like so. Okay, are we ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Crunches. Focus on sucking the tummy in. Hands behind your head so that you don't feel it on your neck. You don't need to be looking at your knees. That'll just strain your neck. 3, 2, 1. Hold the tabletop. So we're just going to hold that there like that. If you need to support your back, you can put your hands under your bum like so. And just hold. Now there's a hidden advantage here of having a prosthetic because actually my knee won't bend any further than that. So I don't actually have to hold my foot up. I just need to keep my legs in that position. 3, 2, 1. Let's go back to crunches. So feet back on the floor. Hands behind your head. And go. Sucking the tummy in. Focus on the stomach. Sort of imagine you just when you got your shoulders up that you're just bracing yourself, some small child's about to sit on you or something. That's the sort of feeling you should have there. You should start to be feeling it now on the second round. 3, 2, 1, and tabletop hold. Remember, hands under here if you need your help. If you want to make this harder, straighten your legs out more. That works your core more. 3, 2, 1, rest. We've got one more, and then we're going to stand up. That's why I've got the chair here. It's for the last round, and that's how I get up off the floor. Although I do have another way, I'll show you. Right, crunches, hands behind your head, and go. Suck your tummy in. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the tabletop. This is the last one for your stomach, and then we're going on to legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Now, there's 2 ways that I get up off the ground. I get up off the ground using a chair, and I'll usually do it like this. So I get round onto my knees, up onto one foot, and then I sit on the chair, like so. The other way that I do it is, and I couldn't manage this until my balance was better. If you don't have such good balance, don't try this. So, back on the floor. The other way that I do it is I'll go up onto my feet and walk my hands back in, like so. But, like I say, don't try that one if your balance isn't so great. Okay. So your last set, we're doing a squat and we're doing a hold. Now, here is where we're going to have to adapt it depending on what type of amputee you are. If you're a below the knee amputee, really focus on using your hamstrings so that your residual limb is not pushing into the front of the socket. You almost have to imagine you're pulling this leg back and pushing that heel into the floor when you're doing a squat. Otherwise, you end up getting your bone sticks in here and it hurts. So do it slowly and lean on something if it's something you've not done before. If you are above the knee amputee, everything's a whole ton harder, and you're doing it from the hip up here. So you've got to imagine the hip and adductors are doing, and hamstring, the remaining hamstring you've got, are doing the work for you. But you're probably going to rely on your right leg more, and you'll probably want to lean on something. If you don't have a prosthetic and you're still just standing on one leg, you will want to lean on 2 things, I would say. Or something really sturdy that's in front of you that you can pull against. So I'll show you what I mean. I've only got one chair, but if you are not very sure of this, I would put another chair here and push down if they're solid. If you're a single leg on a single leg at the moment, you'll want 2 chairs, and you're going to do mini squats on one leg, and I mean mini squats. And if you're an above the knee amputee, you'll probably be back holding 2 things. If your balance is a little bit better and you're starting to use those quads, you can hang on to one. I personally find it easiest to have it there as a bit of a, but I don't actually need it, but it's up to you. So we're just going to stick the chair over there in the corner, and off we go. Right, so if you're standing on 2 feet, make sure you are equal left and right if you can, as best you can. And if you are on 2 feet and there's nothing wrong with you, and you're not an amputee, there's no excuses here. I want deep squats. So I'm only going to do shallow squats because this is a temporary socket I've got here. This is still made of plastic. We're waiting for an ankle to come. So I'm just going to do baby squats. But it's up to you what type of squats you do. 2 chairs, 1 chair, whatever. Here we go. Are you ready? This is your last set of exercises. 3, 2, 1, squats. So we're just going to go as low as you can and still keep your balance. Sometimes helps to hold your hands out the front here. And if you're struggling with balance, a counterweight in your hands will also help. 3, 2, 1. Hold that there. Now, this is really hard. So if you can't hold it for the whole 20 seconds, don't worry. 10, 9, remember pushing that one in, hamstring on that side, quad on this side, or whichever way around your amputee. 3, 2, 1, and I'm going to sit down for a second. Okay, now this is also good for balance. So if you're struggling with your balance, then do this with chairs, do this with 2 chairs, then 1 chair, then sticks or crutches, then take one away, then do it freestanding. That's the order I would do it in. So 2 chairs or 2 things to lean on, then 1, then crutches, then 1 crutch or sticks, then none. But with something still nearby so that you can hang on to if you need to. Right, second round. Here we go. If you're on one leg and you've got a perching stool, that's the perfect thing to do for single leg squats if you're on one leg. The perching stool I was using last week, and they've got nice solid handles. Right, squats, here we go. Because your remaining leg needs to be a different kind of strong to what it was before. Don't forget, stand all the way up, straight hips when you get to the top of that squat. 3, 2, 1, hold that there. Now, you'll see a whole lot of people talking about different types of squats and whereabouts your knee should be and where your balance should be. When you're an amputee, your balance, your weight needs to be back on your heels. You need to be as back as far as you can because you don't want the load to go through your knee and that residual limb to be pushing in funny places. So your weight needs to go back on your heels. And rest. Let's have a seat. One more set. If you join me, then do pop a comment below. Let me know so I can see who's here. Feel free to share because it's free. And yeah. Right, here we go. Last one. Squats. 3, 2, 1. Go. So I can actually squat down to about there. We can go to about there. You need to keep your head, you need to be facing ahead. Don't bend over. Make sure you can still see what's in front of you. And hold now. A lot of people do this. Stick the bum up in the air and put the head down. No. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Alrighty. I'm just going to have a seat. Okay. So, that was today's workout. A little bit of arms, a little bit of crunches, and a little bit of squats. You need arm strength because, excuse me, you need arm strength because your arms do the work of your legs some of the time. You need strong core because we're keeping the hips level. Real bad habit to drop a hip on one side or hit your hip when you walk. If you get backache, it's likely you're doing that. So strong core will help keep you solid and square and support your back. And then, of course, the leg exercises will, because it's bleedingly obvious why we're doing the leg exercises. So, I was Melanie Riding. I can be contacted on all those places I mentioned before. And I also do offer personal training. If anybody wants personal training, I do personal training online. So, but I'm not selling. That's just the way it is. And they're all the places you can contact me underneath, right there. If there's any questions you've got, do ask away because I love to get my scratching my head and, getting my problem-solving brain on. I hope you enjoyed today, and I will see you in 2 weeks because next week is Easter. Have a great holiday.